Hi creative friends, this is Sreya and thank you so much for being here. So before I dive in, I'm gonna put some of this hand barrier cream on. I actually started using it about 7 or 8 months ago, and I try to be diligent about using it, and honestly you guys, it is so amazing. This is my second jar. There was a somebody who was watching me on YouTube, and they made the observation correctly that, you know, I was not using any kind of barrier on my hands. Like, I don't use latex gloves, etc. I do have a whole bunch of latex gloves, you guys, that I purchased for just the reason to use with my art, but honestly I do not use those latex gloves. It drove me absolutely batty, okay? And yeah, a lot of these paints are toxic. They do have things like cadmium and I don't know, all sorts of, you know, chemicals, honestly. So yeah, what is the name of this one? It's really good. It's Art Guard, a Winsor & Newton, and I got it from Dick Blick, I believe, and it really honestly makes my hands soft, and it doesn't feel like I have anything on my hands, which is the big, you know, issue with the latex gloves. Like, I've seen artists use them. I've seen videos where they, you know, they have them for the duration of the video, and it just, I don't know. I'm like, oh my God, I don't know how somebody can use them. But you know, everybody's different. Anyways, you guys, I let this completely dry, and in my last video I was kind of reticent about, you know, the purple, because I was like, oh my God, like, you know, I'm not like a purpley, it's not that I'm not a purpley person. That is not true. I should stop saying that. It's just that I don't know how to use purple with other colors. It's the relationship of purple with my color palette that is the issue. But I really am loving this. And you know, the way it just kind of mixes with the pink, and I'm so smitten with it. I really am. But what I wanted to point out is, you know, the last time I talked about how Connie so effortlessly, it seems, you know, is able to have a busy background and a busy foreground. Now that's mine. That is, yeah, that's mine. I've worked over top of it. So yeah, okay. So just take this for instance, okay? So, you know, I can look at this and I can say, okay, there are three faces, there are three figures. There's like, you know, a kind of a maybe a sun or moon situation, you know, something going on here. Like, I can differentiate between the background and the foreground. Like, I know that there are figures here, but for some reason, when I, you know, when I go to work in it, it scrambles up my brain, and I have to kind of tame the background, right? Or tame parts of the painting so that I can kind of figure out what's what. But as I've been working through the book, there have been a couple of times when I've been able to kind of balance the background and the foreground in kind of a way where I don't put a flat color field for the back. So I hope I've explained that clearly. So over here, the reason why I brought that up is because for this particular piece, I do want to kind of have a, I don't want to make the background all flat. I don't. That's one of the reasons why I put the painter's tape, is to retain some of the, well, it's to retain some of the parts that I really love, but it's also so that I don't go in there and like put a flat, you know, color field down. I tend to do that. So I think what I'm gonna do for this video is I'm gonna make some patterns on the, like, this background here. Now I can't tell if that is painter's tape a little bit or what is going on here. Yeah, this is painter's tape right here. And okay. Now, I think I want to get rid of this red over here, you guys. It's not, I don't know. It's not, oh, I don't know. See, I don't know if I want to keep it or not. I do like the red here, and I do like the little bits of red here, but over here for some reason, I'm not really feeling it. I don't know. Do I want to cover it up? You know what? I'm going to turn it upside down. And let me see here. Sometimes, you guys, when you turn things upside down, it gives you a little bit of a different perspective. So let me see here. Do I want to put, so I really like the turquoise. I like the yellow. And this is where the love what you love comes in, you guys, because like part of me is like trying to like figure out a color palette, and but then I'm just like, you know what, just love what you love. And I have that written above my studio window because I am oh, I don't know if, yeah, okay, I don't know how many of you guys are taking Connie's reset class. It is free. It's a 2.5-hour class, but I mentioned that when I got onto the her classroom, which is called Paint Wisdom Studio, which I love, by the way. I love that name. I realized that I had signed up for a Painting the Feminine class of hers from like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, and I only completed like 40% of the lessons. So imagine my just delight when I was like, oh my God, like I actually have a whole half of a class of Connie's that I never even completed. So I'm gonna, you know, I've been kind of going back and listening to some of the lessons, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do all of the exercises from the beginning, because you know I have changed over this past while. So one of Connie's, I call it a Connie-ism, is love what you love. And another thing that she mentioned in her reset class that I'm really loving is she said, you know, you don't have to love it, you just have to paint it. And I totally agree with that, because a lot of times we can get stuck on something and we can be like, oh, I don't like it, I don't like it, I don't like it. That's not really the point. And I know it seems weird, but it's really not. Excuse me. The point is not for you to like everything that you do, that you create. And let's take it out of painting for a second, and let's just talk about writing. I've read a lot of kind of creative inspiration books, I guess, that are written by writers. Elizabeth Gilbert's Big Magic comes to mind. But yeah, it's with writers, it's the same thing. And, you know, writers through the ages have, you know, things that I've read from, I mean, great, amazing, just phenomenal Pulitzer Prize winning type of writers like Toni Morrison. And they've all said similar things, which is, yeah, you don't have to write, you don't have to like what you write, you just have to do it. Like you have to get up and you have to, it's a practice and you just have to do it. Are you gonna like everything about, you know, writing? No, you're not. But are you gonna do it? Yes. And I know, like, I've listened to a lot of Toni Morrison's interviews, and I mean, God, Toni Morrison, she's like the queen of all the worlds. And, you know, one of the things she has persistently said throughout her interviews, her writings, her, you know, papers, essays, books, whatever, is, yeah, like you develop a practice and you just do it. It's the same thing with painting, you guys. You do not have to like it. You just have to do it. And you know, when Connie says that, it's like a light bulb goes off, and I'm like, ah, aha, I get it now. I really get it. Yeah. So, anyways, so let me stop blabbing so much about random stuff, but I think it's important. So yeah, now like, okay, I'm really liking that, you know. I wouldn't have thought all these colors kind of go together, but I'm really digging it. Now, do I want to take the tape out? I don't know. Let me try to put in some features here. And I did want to make some patterns in the abstract parts, but I don't know. Let's see here. And because she's like very kind of dreamy, you know, this is like a dream kind of a let me see, very Jungian, medial woman, anything goes, fantasy, dream world, memories, etc. I think I'm gonna leave her face the color that it is. And I don't, should I give her eyes? I don't know. I really don't know at this point. Do I want to give her eyes? I don't know. Eyes are optional here. Maybe I'm going to give her different kinds of eyes, you know, like intuition, like a different kind of seeing. And I don't know. I want to mimic this shape over here, you guys. See, there's like a curve over here, and I want to mimic it, but kind of not in like not with a solid line. And I think it's because I've been really parsing Kandinsky's works that I'm really starting to think about design and rhythm and composition and all of those things in a different way. And so one of the things with Kandinsky's work is that, you know, he's always repeating shapes, but in different ways. So let me explain what I mean by that. See, there's this curve over here. It's a shape. It's a curve, right? And it's got a solid line like a curve. But over here, I'm repeating it and I'm doing it 3 times, but it's not a solid line. It's just little broken up dots, right? So even though it might not seem obvious, there is the repetition. Curve, 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 you know, curve, curve, curve. So there's this repetition, repetition, repetition. And I'm starting to kind of think more along those lines. And one of the best pieces of advice one of my art teachers gave us many years ago was she said, you know, look at the masters, like go, like find your, you know, things that art that you're drawn to, whether it's abstract, whether it's landscapes, whether whatever, you know, for me, it would be like say Van Gogh or Chile or, you know, Kandinsky or whatever, whoever, you go and find their work and you really learn from them. So just say you go, okay, I love Cezanne. What do I love about Cezanne? Well, one of the things I love about him is his use of grays. I mean, he was just unrivaled in the way he used grays. Just so, oh my God, I can't even, okay? So yeah, so I'm gonna go, okay, let me try to learn from this. Let me try to see, parse it, get out my viewfinder, really, really look at it. Go, you know, what do I love about these grays? What kind of values are they? How does he, you know, incorporate the grays into his art? What percentage of his paintings are grays as opposed to, you know, other brighter pops of colors, etc., etc. And you can do the same thing with anybody, like with Kandinsky, right? He was a master at composition. So you just, they are the greatest teachers, you guys. I mean, you cannot ask for a better teacher than the masters, okay, or whoever you love. You know, they could be contemporary artists, like I love Connie Solera, so yeah, I'm gonna learn from her. So anyways, you guys, I am gonna let this dry, and you know, I don't know, do I want to take some of this off? I think I'm gonna take some of this painter's tape off here. Let me see. So see, you guys, when I take it off, I'm still kind of like careful. Like I'm not like ripping it off, but the thing is, like if you don't use painter's tape, even when you are careful, it will pull up the top layer of your paper. I have had that happen to me a lot. So before I discovered painter's tape. So this was many, many years ago. So painter's tape is really, really useful, you guys. Really useful. Okay. And the thing with painter's tape, you guys, is like, just say like I take it out right now, right? And I can paint a couple of layers and then I can cover up, you know, other parts with painter's tape. Like, it's not like a one-time thing. Like you can do, you know, you can just say, oh, okay, I want to, you know, I want to take it out now and I want to work without it. And then, you know, 3 layers in, you might be like, yeah, but I want to use it again now. There we go. And so do you see how this really changes like the whole piece? Because, you know, now it's a different painting now, because obviously I've uncovered parts of the piece that were not there before. So it does change how you're gonna work going forward. Ooh, I do love that pop now. I do love it. See, but now I don't like, okay, this is a good way that I can illustrate this, you guys. Ooh, but I do love this part here, unexpectedly. I love it even more. So I'm going to explain this, you guys. I'm glad this happened like this, actually, because now I can, you know, explain it. So let me see here. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, see, before I took the painter's tape out, I really love this pop of pink here. So I'm going to try to cover it up. Okay, so I really love that like pinky purple situation going on. But I took the painter's tape out and now I don't like it. Now it's looking kind of icky to me. I love this part over here and I love this yellow, and I like the blue too, but this purple is looking garish to me. Just completely, I don't even like it, okay? So do you see how like things change? Everything on your piece is relative, right? But this piece over here, because I just put this blue in here, and this over here, when I took the painter's tape out, I don't think I put the blue in for this, in this video. I think I put it in last video maybe. But anyways, I had the painter's tape on. I take the painter's tape out and I'm really, really loving it because the blue is just echoing the blue over here, the curve, the curve, the curve, and the blue, the blue, the blue, the blue, the blue, the blue. So and the blue, I'm really, really drawn to this piece over here. Like it's, oh, I love it, right? I'm just so loving it. So everything on your piece is relative, you guys. And when you cover it up with painter's tape, it is going to be a different painting than when you take the painter's tape off. So keep that in mind as well. But anyways, you guys, if you watched all the way to the end, thank you so much. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.